I know where we're going with this with the Nicki Minaj and the Meg Thee Stallion, but I feel like how it can get today because it's so culty, it's gone beyond. People are doing the minions are doing the work. It can get to that point. They're killing off each other, but we can get to that story later. If you guys heard the diss track or the track that Megan Thee Stallion dropped?
I heard it. Yeah.
Right, it's good. I love it. I think it's some of her best work as an artist, as a rapper, a female rapper at that. And then did you hear Nicki's well,
you should explain. You should explain to the audience who doesn't understand the connection, because the connection is pretty wild. Like why Nicki thought it was a diss track about her.
Okay. So in Meg Thee Stallion's track, I guess she acknowledges the issues between her and Nicki, not by name, but we know that Nicki is married to a registered sex offender. And Meg Thee Stallion in her song made the line about don't worry about Megan, but worry about Megan's Law. Megan's Law is a law in California that is a law that highlights sex offenders. And because there was a young girl who was killed, her name was Megan, and they made a law in there that is about sex offenders and protecting people from sex offenders. And it's called Megan's Law. And because of that, they, of course, associated with Nicki Minaj and her husband, because her husband's a sex offender, registered sex offender. And Nicki Minaj went on for about 5 days, a week, just going off since that song dropped, going off on Meg Thee Stallion, a whole thing about it. She's been doing I know I don't be on Clubhouse anymore, but they do it on X, like a Clubhouse thing. She's been on there almost every night discussing it. She dropped a diss track, which were just most of her tweets towards Meg Thee Stallion, and Meg Thee Stallion has yet to really answer back at all. Her track Hiss has gone up amazing, but my problem here, because we can discuss who had the better diss track or whatever, my problem here, you guys, is the issue of how people online have commentary, right? They put their business out there for us. We're going to go out and have conversations about it. But it's people on TikTok having these conversations and commentary, and Nicki Minaj's barbs, that the barbs, the fans, they're going under and these people's videos and threatening them and doxing them. So much doxing has happened just for mentioning Nicki in one way, shape, or form, or having a breakdown that may or may not make sense, that may or may not be harsh. They're going underneath these people's posts. They're calling their jobs. They're calling their family members. They have, even for Meg Thee Stallion, the cemetery where Meg Thee Stallion's mother is buried at, had to put more police presence there, not only over her mother, but over the place itself. And a lot of people who just made commentary are being threatened, and their information is being placed online because they spoke against Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has not yet once told her barbs to stop. In her diss song, she says to go deal with her mother, or something like that, something disrespectful to her mom being dead.
She's lying on her dead mom or something.
Lied on her dead mama.
Yep. And so it gets a little crazy, but for me, I'll say this: I think it's super dangerous to have this kind of these people have this kind of power, and a few people had to call the police, had to get the feds involved with some of the barbs who are very popular, and had to put their names out there because their lives were being threatened. Their livelihoods were being threatened just for saying, Jesus, I rock with this person or this person. I do not think that rap beef should go beyond the rappers themselves and like how it is today. You don't even need to, you just need to say something, and then your clan will go in against each other. And it's so much division online right now because of it. We can't really have a agree to disagree or just go on separate ends of it and listen to the music and be like, rock with who you rock with. No, it's getting really crazy. People are threatening to meet up. People are threatening to drive by. It's over this. Over
celebrities who they don't know.
Dude, don't care about them.
Celebrities don't know that they exist. As is the case with Nicki Minaj, like, she doesn't give a fuck about her fans. Like, she's got a grudge. She's got an axe to grind. That's so unhinged, and it makes me sad because
it's terrible.
Yeah, because I feel like Nicki Minaj, I mean, she looks like shit in this situation. Like, I think that most people, based on the sentiment that I've seen, side with Megan Thee Stallion because she's better. I think that Anthony Fantano really put it best. Like back when Nicki Minaj was like this up and coming rapper and she released Stupid Ho, she was going after Lil Kim, you know, she kind of looked like, you know, she was having fun with it, you know, and Lil Kim came off as more bitter, like, you know, she was getting her toes stepped on. And now it's kind of flipped where, you know,
she doesn't want to let go and get to me, give the spotlight up. But it's becoming dangerous because Little Kim didn't have the little bees at the time online. Online, these online people, these clans, they have gotten very, very dangerous.
Social media has made it completely different now because, like, I don't think that there was as much social media when the Lil Kim Nicki Minaj beef was going off, but now there's so much more avenues, TikTok, Twitter, you know. So yeah, it's sad. It's sad that people are resorting to that because these are celebrities. It shouldn't matter to you personally. Like, we can all have an opinion on it, we do, but like, you shouldn't get that invested to where you want to kill someone or slap someone because they have a different opinion about a beef that doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form.
No,
but it's a good distraction.
No, but I think it's getting deeper. Pascal, you had something to say? I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, and Nicki Minaj's diss track was trash.
It was so bad.
It was like, I can't even. I'm not saying that even because I'm choosing a side right now. It's really, it wasn't good, and you still your track wasn't good, and people still willing to go outside and kill for you, and your track wasn't good, sis.
But I'm still wondering if she was on one. Like, I keep wondering if she's mentally, you know, if she's mentally stable right now. And it just, what was that? Then somebody else just put out, I think it was Joe Budden, put out another track of what it was originally supposed to sound like. And it sounded so much better than the one that she actually put out.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they change? What was the difference?
Well, I just think it was like the delivery, the sound of the actual song itself was a little bit better. But at the same time, I keep thinking, like, I don't know. It just seems like she just phoned it in. But because she's Nicki Minaj, she could just basically go, I'm going to put some words together and that's art because I'm brilliant. I don't know. Or her ghostwriters weren't there with her. I don't know. Like I said, Barbs don't come at me, but I'm just saying it was just trash.
It wasn't good. She didn't try, but I think that's she sees other artists like that. And I think Nicki Minaj has had it. You can't co-sign. And I'm just going to say it. She's adorable. She's the cutest little thing. She's cute as a button. Ice Spice, but you can't walk around co-sign Ice Spice and then not be able to really co-sign true work. You're working in this whole thing as a like king. Like, you think that there's no one that can go above you. Your time. This is what I need everybody to know. Everybody in the world, we will not be popular all the time. There's going to be a time that you need to move. It's okay to move to the side. Don't act like Republicans in their seats. Listen, you need to move to the side. Let somebody else sit here and do the work. You getting older. We're getting older. There's time. Your talent may still be here. You can go ahead and do a residency, my good sis. It's about that time. Do what you need to do. You have your place in history. But there is space for other people. There is space to let other people in. And we're in a time that your psycho fans are going out to do God knows what in your name. And then we're pushing out this division amongst each other. There doesn't need to be only one rapstress. There can be other women who rap in the game.
Yes, there's plenty of room to sit at the table and eat, but
that's it. And now people out here ready to kill for you, and you haven't yet, because we live in this psychotic world, and you have yet to speak to your people to tell them to stand down. I've seen when the Barbs went crazy and she had to come online and tell them to stand down, and they did. I hate that it's like that, but this is what I'm saying. It gets super dangerous. Why are cops being involved? Why are people's lives being threatened? It's a TikTok video. It's a TikTok video. And then somebody literally made a video for her. This is before all of the drama. Somebody made a video saying, I don't think Nicki Minaj knows who she is. Like, she's that woman. She's that girl. And Nicki Minaj interpreted that as a big disrespect, went under that girl's page and literally started saying things like, you're a 19-year-old or something like that, sleeping with a married man, and started dropping information about this girl, personal information.
Wait, on a complete random person?
Yes. Nicki Minaj. And
that's so unhinged.
Wow.
And the girl was like, hey, everybody was like, she was giving you praise. She was telling you that you are the best. And this is before Meg Thee Stallion song even dropped the next day. This was the day before. And this was literally, everybody was saying, Nicki, she was giving you praise. The girl had to shut down her TikTok page because the barbs were under there as well. You're sending people over there. This is why I say it can be very problematic to be such a huge, or people make this artist huge, and then you can shut down businesses. Not you yourself. All you got to say is Pizza Hut tried me. Next thing you know, they're going to Pizza Hut. They're throwing Barbies out the window. They're literally like outside just yelling like all kinds of Nicki lyrics. They're fighting people who have on Pizza Hut clothes. This is what it is now. I think it's super dangerous. But this is what she does. And or not only her, all of these groups of people, these stands, who's like, none of these artists are going to say your name. I'm so sorry. Like, it's going to be a small chance that they even know who you are. And you're out here willing to do time for these people.
Is it children doing this? Like, who has the time?
Not only children.
Who has the time to do
grown
shit
people
like
with kids, with mortgages, people with jobs. They got to
be
at 9 to 5.
You fight back, sweetie.
I gotta say, everything you just said, Rebecca, is amazing, because you could literally say the same thing about Donald Trump in January 6th.
Exactly. Right.
That's
exactly.
And Matt, it's exactly what I said when I was in conversation with my sister. I said, hey, the stand culture is very dangerous, because I can look at Donald Trump's stands, and when he said one thing, they take out into the street with their tiki torches and stuff like that, or they'll go straight to the Capitol and they'll start threatening the lives of our representatives. They do not give a damn. And you know who won't be there? Trump, Nicki Minaj, none of them. They won't be there, but you will.